My name is Roger and my job title is fitter. An example of the type of thing that we fit is ranging from wardrobes to bathrooms, kitchens, freestanding furniture. I've done that for this company for approximately 10 years now. It's been very interesting and very rewarding, and I really enjoy my work. The most memorable jobs are the ones that I've done abroad. I worked in New York on an apartment for 2 months, really enjoyed that. We were up on the 38th floor of this apartment building, and it took me nearly a week just to go to look over the edge. I was so frightened. My school days were a bit fraught. I had ear infection when I was 2 years old, and I was deemed to be a bit stupid. I was always put at the back of the class. On my last year at school, one of the teachers decided to put me in the front of the class with another person that was good at maths, and my maths exam result went through the roof. I went straight up to about 75 out of 100 because somebody cared to take note of my particular problem, which I'd never thought was a problem. I always thought I was stupid. Prior to leaving school, we had 2 woodwork teachers. One said, pardon the expression, as long as you've got a hole in your backside, you'll never be a carpenter. And the other one said that I would make a marvellous carpenter. So I decided that I would go and become a carpenter to prove the other one wrong. And I think I have. And I think he's dead now and I can't tell him. I left school with no qualifications. I became an apprentice to a local joinery company, and the policy of the company that I worked for was when you finish your apprenticeship, you were sent on your way to find your way in the world. When I finished that, I was very, very concerned what I was going to do with the rest of my life. But I plucked up courage, off I went, got myself another job. Found another joinery company in Rugby, and after 2 weeks, I proved my worth. They put me on to more money, and within 2 years I became manager of that company. I made a conscious decision that I wanted to go and do kitchen fitting, so I decided that I would go self-employed. I did that for about 30 years, and then I came to become a cabinet maker of all things. There were becoming restrictions on the fitted kitchen side. You had to go down the line of getting exams to be able to do the electrics, and I just didn't want to go down that line. I decided to call it a day and try something else. The only regrets that I do have is when I was self-employed, I was earning a lot more money than what I am now, but I'm sure that you won't want to put that in there. My father worked with his father, and I always wanted to work with my son, and that did happen eventually. And he worked with me for about 10 years, and then he decided he wanted to branch out on his own, which was a bit disappointing at the time. It became clear that it was probably the best thing that he could have ever done, was for him to be able to stand on his own 2 feet. The fun side of my life is my holidays. I would like to go and move to Spain and settle down there for what little time I've got left. My last 2 houses that I've bought were total wrecks, and I've bought them very cheap because they needed doing up. The plan is to do very much the same in Spain, to do it up and move in and settle down. I'd be happy ever after.